Hi, good morning. Today we will be talking about integers. So we already discussed this last school year, but let's just do a little quick refresher today. So here are some words that you might need to know. So the first one is infinite. Infinite just basically means without end. So it just goes on and on and on. The next one is an integer. So an integer is a set of whole numbers and their opposites. So don't forget, it's the whole numbers and their opposite. That means if you have a -1, you also have 1. If you have -5, you also have 5. And if you have, let's say, -17, you also have 17. Even if it's a big number, let's just say it's -1,205. Then you also have a positive 1,205. The next thing that you need to know is what are natural numbers. So natural numbers, those are just counting numbers. Basically, it just means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and so on. Next one is a negative number. A negative number means it is a number that is below or less than 0. Remember, it's just less than 0. It's below 0. The next one that you need to know is a number line. So a number line is a line that graphically represents a number. What do you mean by graphically represent? It just means it's a drawing of how you're gonna plot the numbers on a number line. So a line is where you plot the numbers so that you can see which one's bigger or where is the number in a series or set of numbers. So for example, I have here this number line, and I place 0 on the center, and this one is 1, 2, 3, and so on. And here on the other side, on the left side, are the negative numbers, -3, -2, and -1. And it goes on and on this way. And this one also goes on and on that way going to the right. Now, the next one that you need to know is a point. Now, what is a point? A point, it's just a dot that shows location of the number. So let's just say I want you to locate where is 2 on our number line. Basically, you'll just put a point there. That's it. You've already located the number 2. If I say, okay, where is the location of -1? So then you put a point on the -1, and then that's it. You've already located -1. Next one is a positive number. Now, a positive number, so if you have a negative number that means less than 0, you also have a positive number that means above 0 or greater than 0. Next one is a whole number. A whole number, that's just basically 0 and the natural numbers. If you remember, natural numbers just means the counting numbers, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and so on. So that means whole numbers is just 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and so on and so on and so on. Next one is we have some special signs here that you might need to know. So a positive number, or a number that is greater than 0, you can represent that by putting a plus sign here that shows +3, or you can simply write it as just 3. So if you just write a number without any sign, people would assume that it is a positive number. As for the negative number, you have no choice. You must always include the negative sign, or else people might think that you are referring to a positive number. But if you include the negative sign, people automatically think that you are talking about a digit or a number that is below 0. Now, let's discuss integers on a number line. I have here a number line, an example of a number line, and as you can see, towards the end of the number lines, I have arrows. That arrows basically mean infinite, meaning it can go on and on and on until hundreds, thousands, sometimes even millions, if you can write that down. And that, it just means it goes on and on and on, more than 5. And on the other end, you also have an arrow here, which means it can go on and on and on. It can go as below 0 as it can. Now, I'm going to tell you to plot some numbers on the number line. So that means, for example, I said, the teacher will say, okay, please plot -3 and mark it as point A. So all you have to do is to mark it, look for -3 and mark it point A. That's it. Now, if I tell you, please look for 2 or positive 2 and mark it point B. All I have to do is to look for 2 in the number line, put a point on it, and then name that point B. That's it. It's as easy as that. I hope you'll take the time to review our lesson, and good luck on your test. Now, before I go, I just want to repeat our lesson. So before going to the practice problems, let's just make sure that you understand the main points. So, positive numbers are greater than 0 and negative numbers are less than 0. Now, the set of integers include both positive counting numbers and the negative numbers, and also 0. Those are the whole set of integers. Now, an integer can be graphed or drawn, as I told you here, as points on a number line. Thank you and goodbye. You can also see these notes on our drive.